What's up everyone, welcome to the Denofcomics, and today we're going over Dragon Ball Super episode 108, Frieza and Frost, Intersecting Evil Intentions. Before the episode, let me just preface, if you love Frieza, this is the episode for you. We get so many badass moments out of Frieza, as well as a slew of great fights, that this has to be my favorite Dragon Ball Super episode thus far. Let's get right to it. So the episode starts with Goku fighting Ribrianne. And it's of course Ribrianne trying to beat him with the power of love, and Goku trying to beat her with the power of plot. Alright, he's using his fighting spirit, but we all know the strongest power is plot power. Anyways, this battle begins how most of them do. Goku seemingly enjoying it, just really fast sparring while they're moving across the stage. However, it constantly pans over to the gods of destruction, and what's going on is that they're basically giving their opinions of the tournament thus far. Now this includes all the gods of destruction left in the tournament, as well as those who are not fighting because the universe's mortal levels are superior. And thus far, most of the comments go along the lines of how impressed they are of the fighters, and that the fighters are much more powerful than most of the gods could have anticipated. Switching back to the fight, Ribrianne is using her power of love and confusing the fuck out of Goku with her attacks. Goku trying to dodge them, like miss me with that gay shit nigga, but Ribrianne managed to land a few hits on him with her tricky love cannon. Okay, love cannon kinda sounds nasty. Not her love cannon, but her ki attacks. For a brief second between the switching of the Ribrianne Goku fight and the God's commentary, we see Toppo throwing around Kaba with his Justice Flash, but it's literally for a total of 10 seconds and nothing is mentioned of it after that. Now, I have to be quick to mention something particular spoken by the Kairoshin of Universe 5, where she mentions to Arak, the God of Destruction, how relieved she is that the universe wasn't in the Tournament of Power. I mean, she is absolutely losing it about it. This solidifies the long-held theory that the higher mortal level doesn't necessarily mean that the universe is stronger, but the mortal level means something else entirely. Now all the while this is going on, we see Frieza is calmly watching the chaos unfold, and he's basically unshaken, as Frieza typically is. The fight pans from Goku and Ribrianne to Gohan, who's recovering from his fight with the robot Bola, a fight he was losing and had to essentially retreat from. Now Gohan is pretty beat up, but is attacked by Jamies of Universe 2, and he's one of the Yadrats that can use instant transmission. He starts making easy work of Gohan, kicking him about with his instant transmission, something Gohan is having real trouble countering. Gohan is about to be finished off, but this is where the episode turns epic as fuck. Frieza jumps right in front of Jamies' attack and just jokingly offers Gohan help. He's completely unfazed, unscared, and confidently takes the ropes, as only Frieza can. This is one of those moments where Frieza is done right. He just sluggishly appears where everyone else thinks they're as strong as they can be and proves them wrong in a typical Frieza fashion. Before even fighting, he of course starts to taunt Gohan, calling him weak and a pathetic Saiyan, not even giving a fuck about the Yadrat in front of him. The show does a good job building suspense on Frieza, as the action switches to Beerus and Universe 7 speculating that Frieza intends to defeat Gohan, once again reinforcing the typical Frieza badass I'll do it myself attitude. They pretty quickly figured that Frieza intends to be the last one standing in the tournament and use the prize of the Super Dragon Balls to his advantage, not by just bringing himself back to life, but by wishing for the power to kill a god. Beerus is pretty shook. Frieza's motive is revealed relatively quickly, and from here the suspense just builds. Everyone from Universe 11 starts panicking, as they figure out that even if they win the Tournament of Power, if Frieza is left standing, the results could be much worse than just being erased. Frieza dicks around for a bit and then abandons Gohan, saying he'd much rather watch the fight and finish them off after. So the Yadrat wastes no time and once again continues to lay down the beating on Gohan. And as he's about to launch his final ki blast, boom, Frieza blasts it away and just laughs at how pathetic he thinks the fight is. Jamies gets annoyed and decides to handle Frieza first, and instantly transmits behind Frieza. Now keep in mind, this is the same Yadrat who's just using his awesome speed to knock around Gohan a few seconds ago, but the moment he appears behind Frieza, he's already knocked away by Frieza's tail, showcasing just how powerful our favorite villain has become. Frieza just has so many epic moments from here on, as Jamies constantly uses his instant transmission only to be beaten to the punch by Frieza as he's outspeeding the speedster. Unlike the other fights we've seen, Frieza doesn't act like a typical fighter. He doesn't have any morals. He does as we would expect Frieza to do and starts choking the Yadrat and using him as a punching bag. He launches a powerful ki blast right to the Yadrat's face, and everyone freaks out thinking Frieza killed him, but oh no, Frieza is much smarter than that. Instead, Frieza leaves him clinging by a thread to life as Jamise is taken out of the tournament. Everyone, especially the gods, look to Frieza, disgusted that he could fight so dirty, and Frieza just looks back and snickers. Frieza then turns to Gohan and chastises him for not going Super Saiyan, not knowing of course that Gohan is in his ultimate awakened form. Frost enters the field like, "Ooh, senpai, you fight so good," and Frieza takes a liking to Frost. From here, the plot thickens like fuck. Frost turns and sets his sights on Gohan, and immediately Krillin realizes that Frieza and Frost are working together. They combine their hatred of Saiyans and decide to defeat them as a team, betraying their respective universes. Universe 7 realizes their theory of Frieza intending to be the last one standing was correct, and that he planned to use the Super Dragon Balls to erase anyone he wanted. Knowing Gohan is weakened, he allows Frost to go after Gohan. Frost of course doubts Frieza, in order to prove his loyalty, but mostly out of hatred. Frieza betrays Universe 11 and starts attacking the weakened Gohan. Zeno notes that the universe is fighting amongst themselves, and is delighted to see Frieza making quick work of Gohan. Champa is of course enjoying the scene too, knowing that Universe 7 is about to lose a key warrior. Gohan, knowing his time is near, powers up and starts pushing back against Frieza, landing a hard right hook that shocks Frieza. Frieza doesn't waste any time and powers up to his full power, Golden Frieza. In the beginning it seems that they're evenly matched, Ultimate Gohan and Golden Frieza going blow for blow. Then as quickly as it started, Frieza knocks Gohan out with a kick to the neck. Frieza and Frost begin to speak over the weakened Gohan, and they have a similar moment alike to Vegeta and Cabba, where Frieza starts teaching Frost how to do his classic transformations. As it seems they're all buddy-buddy, Frieza does as Frieza does, and pulls another 180, knocking Frost out and disqualifying Frost. Gohan gets up and explains that from the first hit, he knew Frieza was playing a ruse, and decided to go along with it. Frost goes apeshit when he sees he's been disqualified and that he's been betrayed, and just as he primes a key attack from the stands, Zeno erases him, and warns that if anyone interferes from the bleachers, the universe will be erased as well. Frieza smirks, walks away, and pledges to work together. But can he be trusted? With 29 minutes remaining in the Tournament of Power, the episode ends. Now we do get a preview for the next episode of Goku fighting Jiren, but I'm going to save that for the next video. What did you guys think about this episode? Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Let's get a discussion going. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time in the Den of Comics.